Greetings one and all. Welcome to the channel, guys. My name is Mind Power. You could call me MP. Guys, I get a lot of questions about my rates and so on. So I'll tell you a little bit about the business on my side after I tell you the title of this video. The title of this video is Discarded. Why is the narcissist so cold once they get with the new supply? Now, guys, listen, this question came to me by one of her clients, one of my new clients, and she just got discarded, and she's wondering why the narcissist is so cold with the new supply, particularly since she was in a long-term relationship with the narcissist over 2 years, and they have babies together, right? So, guys, another question people have for me is, what are my rates and how does it work? So basically, my Cash App is in my bio. You can, if you guys want to make a contribution to the channel, feel free to make a donation there on my Cash App. However, on the consulting side, the coaching side, you get an hour with me per session, and basically you would compensate me for the value you receive in the service, meaning you set the price. You decide what the value is that you obtain out of the service. And the reason it's like that is because I know after dealing with a narcissist, we all have different financial issues that we're dealing with. And so I want to help as many people as possible. And that's why it is the way it is today. That is changing because the channel is growing and there are more people coming in, and I only have so much time. So that's what that is for now. So guys, the reason the narcissist is so cold after the discard is because the narcissist lacks empathy, people. Now, guys, what is empathy? If you have ever been outside at Walmart, 7-Eleven, any public shopping center, anywhere in the world, you would have encountered a dodgy character that makes the hair on the neck stand up the moment you encounter this person. Something inside of you says to get away. That person, my friends, is a failed narcissist. If you ever encounter someone like that, male or female, it's a failed narcissist. What I mean by that, it's someone who did some major damage, malignant things, horrible, malevolent behavior, deeds, crimes in the past, and they're unable to put the mask back on to slip back into society. They have crossed over, meaning they can't fake empathy any longer. Now, this is important because the person that you encounter, the person who just discarded you, was able to fake empathy with you by wearing a mask, right? The reason we know this is a fake empathy is because the moment you said two things, one, I love you, to the narcissist, the love bomb stopped, right? The second thing you would have said to the narcissist was no, the word no. Challenge the narcissist, question the narcissist, embarrass the narcissist, scrutinize the narcissist, or put up any boundaries whatsoever. That sends you into a new stage in the relationship, which we call devaluation. And the reason that happened is because the narcissist recognizes internally that they're wearing a mask, and they're afraid that you're going to discover that they're wearing a mask. Bad things can happen. You can end up harming the narcissist should you have discovered earlier on that this person is running a fraud on you. And so they live in fear. The narcissists are cowards. They live in fear. And so that's why they discard you, devalue you. The reason they're devaluing you is because it is another manipulation tool to confuse you. So it gives them time to find a new supply. And so they will gaslight you, they will blame shift, and all of these techniques are aimed at confusing you so that you don't hold them accountable, and you do not expel them from your life, right? And so they end up discarding you first, right? So why are they so cold once they get with the new supply? The reason is to get a new supply is hard work, guys. The narcissist has to match not just with you, but they have to make sure that the new supply, just like you, is a good fit for them. And sometimes it's hard work to find that person. Once they find the person, they really have to give everything they have, just like they did with you. That love bomb was sweet, like sugar. And that's what they're doing over there. They're love bombing the heck out of that person. But the narcissist also lacks empathy, and because they lack empathy, you never existed. It was all fake. It was all a fraud. They have no empathy, and so all of it was just fake. You don't exist. You know, the narcissist has cognitive empathy up here. They can emulate you. They can pretend. They can act like they're hurt. They care. They're sick. They love you. They can act. But internally, inside here, they don't have any empathy, and so they can't relate with your pain. They can't relate with the story that they had to pretend. They don't even want to go back and think about you because it would cause a narcissistic injury, meaning it would make them realize that they're a POS, and that would cause a narcissistic injury. It would shatter their false ego. Now, the other reason the narcissist seems to be so cold is because the narcissist lives in a dichotomous self. And that's a phrase I coined. The dichotomous self is at any given moment, the narcissist is operating on two systems internally. One is the false self, meaning the mask, the false identity. Another word for those two terms is narcissism. Narcissism is the mask. It's the false self. It's what they hold up. It's what they pretend to be. And so they have to uphold that when they're with the new supply. They have to pretend that this is who they are. And so they cannot think about you at such time because they're operating in this false self. The second person that the narcissist exists with, the other dichotomous self, is the internal self of the narcissist, and that is comprised up here again on this side. It is the cognitive empathy that drives everything the narcissistic psychopath does. Meaning, up here, the narcissist has no internal empathy, and so they're just driving full speed ahead with their objectives. Because they lack empathy, they're fully committed to the con they're running on the new supply. And so they're lying, they're manipulating, they're watching the body language, they're doing all of this malicious stuff to the new supply. And so again, there are two personalities, two individuals, two parts, a dichotomy of the self that exists. Inside of that dichotomy, for the narcissist to exist, they have to compartmentalize because they would go insane. And so they learned very early on, the moment they abandoned their true selves and became a narcissist, they learned to compartmentalize and take out things they don't want to deal with in life because they're so malevolent. They just put stuff aside, and you're one of those things that they put aside, right? They can't deal with it. And then the other thing is they also disassociate. And the way they disassociate is basically the narcissist has an issue with object permanency, meaning every day they wake up, the narcissist is in a new day, people. It's not the same day. They can't remember things from yesterday because they lie so much, they manipulate so much. And where they can't remember things, they have to fill in the gaps. By filling in these gaps, it's called confabulation. And that's the other reason they can't really recall what happened to you. And so they have to put all the blame on you, and they make you a persecutory object, meaning someone to be punished. And therefore, they get some sadistic supply out of punishing you, and so they know you're suffering over there, and they don't have to deal with it, and that's the reason. But guys, that's the time I have for this video. Like and share. I'll see you on the next one.